Good Tuesday morning, first graders. It is a beautiful day outside. I'm going to jump right into it. Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 today. It's good to see you. Chapter 2. Wanna? Called Jamie. His voice sounded strange, echoing through the silent trees. Where are you, Wanna? There was no sign of the friendly little dinosaur who usually came to greet them. The boys began searching the undergrowth, pushing aside the giant tangled vines. There was a rustling in a nearby laurel bush. What was that? Jamie stopped. Wanna? The little Wanosaurus crept out from between the leaves, his eyes darting about nervously. Jamie and Tom rushed over and hugged him. You don't know how pleased we are to see you, said Tom, scratching him hard on his scaly back. But Wanna just gave a feeble grunt. Tom frowned. This isn't like you, Wanna. What's the matter? Picture. Jamie reached up into a tree and picked some orange fruit. I know what you need, boy, he said. He tossed one to Wanna and put the others in his backpack. Wanna looked warily around, like nervous, and then gulped the fruit. One thing hasn't changed, said Jamie. Wanna still loves ginkgos. Another thing hasn't changed, Tom said, holding his nose. Ginkgos are still as smelly as ever. But everything else is different, Jamie frowned. Let's find out what's going on. With Wanna sticking close to their heels, they made their way through the jungle to a gap in the trees where they could look out over the Great Plains. The plains lay below them, shimmering in the heat, completely deserted. There should be herds of Triceratops and Hadrosaurus and lots more, said Tom in disbelief. I don't like it. He pulled out his binoculars and scanned the plains. There's nothing moving at all, except for the geyser spouts, of course. They're still shooting up in the air. What if the dinosaurs are gone? Said Jamie. Tom looked at him horrified. No. They must be here somewhere. The boys started down the steep slope of Ginkgo Hill, but Wanna hung back, trembling and grunting anxiously. Picture. You can see the geysers. Water spraying up there. Pretty cool. Come on, boy, called Jamie, holding out a ginkgo from his bag. The little dinosaur crept forward and ate the fruit. He didn't leave their side as they trampled through the hot, damp undergrowth and jumped the stepping stones over the river. This silence is really strange, said Jamie. And I've never seen Wanna like this before, said Tom. Not even when we met the T-Rex. Suddenly, there was a deafening crash overhead. Bang! The boys ducked instinctively. Bang! Another one. The boys dived to the ground, covering their heads with their hands. Wanna disappeared under a cluster of spiky flowers. Jamie raised his head. There's no way that was a dinosaur, he whispered. Not even a T-Rex could make that much noise. So what could it be? Tom asked. Picture. Chapter 3. I told you Chapter 2 was short. Chapter 3. Jamie and Tom scrambled to their feet. We've got to find out what that was, muttered Jamie. Here, Wanna. A terrified Wanna crept out from the leaves of his hiding place. The three friends walked through the last few trees and out onto the plains. Look at that, Tom gasped. Two blinding lights, as bright as the sun, were scorching through the sky over the faraway mountains. Meteors, Jamie gasped, screening his eyes from the glare. The boys watched as the glowing objects shot towards the middle of the plains like supersonic jets. They left long, dazzling trails behind them. They're falling to Earth, yelled Jamie, and fast. They're going to hit the plains, shouted Tom. Boom, boom. There was a dreadful noise like cannon fire. The ground shook and the boys and the Wana were knocked off of their feet. The trees behind them shuddered wildly. All at once the sky was full of pterosaurs, screeching and squawking, and there were calls from the jungle, deep and rumbling. Out on the plains, 2 columns of dust billowed into the air where the meteors had hit. Check it out. Jamie and Tom sat up. Wana was still lying on his back, shaking. "Cool," said Jamie. "We've just seen a meteor strike." "And felt it," said Tom, getting up and gently pulling Wana to his feet. No wonder he was so nervous and all the dinosaurs are hiding. They must have sensed the danger. The boys scanned the plains, from Fang Rock right around to the cliffs of the White Ocean. There were still no creatures to be seen. Even the pterosaurs had disappeared again. A look of horror came over Tom's face. "Don't some people say that it was a meteor that killed the dinosaurs millions of years ago? Do you think that's going to happen here?" "No," said Jamie firmly. "That one was so huge that it created a massive dust cloud and blocked out the sun. These haven't. But we can find out more about them." He pulled out his fossil finder and tapped in meteor. Then he read, "A lump of rock from space that hits Earth's atmosphere with a sonic boom." "That must have been the bangs we heard when we were in the jungle," Tom nodded. "And streaks across the sky with a bright glow." Jamie continued, "The ones that hit the Earth are called meteorites." He turned the fossil finder toward Tom. "Look, here are some awesome pictures." "Wow," Tom said. "We could actually see real meteorites just after they've landed?" "I've always wanted to see a space rock," said Jamie. "Let's head for those dust clouds." The boys left the jungle behind them and set across the vast grassy plains. Wana scampered along, looking happier now. "They've landed a lot farther away than I thought," said Tom. "One of the dust clouds is right at the foot of the faraway mountains, near that forest." "Then we'll head for the closer one," said Jamie, "near where the geysers are." He pulled out the map they'd made of Dino World. "That's where we chased the velociraptor." "That's cool. That's a different story, obviously. Well, I hope he's not still lurking around." Tom checked his compass. "We should head northwest," he said. "Shouldn't we be seeing the geysers gushing up?" Jamie shielded his eyes as he peered forward. "The dust must be hiding them," said Tom. He held an imaginary microphone. "And here's Tom Clay taking you on a quest to find the supersonic space rocks that have spooked all of the creatures of Dino World." "I wonder what Tom Clay has to say about the ground ahead," Jamie said, pointing. "It's black," Tom gasped. "I mean, now we can clearly see the effects of this meteorite strike. We are entering the blast area now. All around, the vegetation is singed. And wow! I can feel the heat through my sneakers." Look at him standing in all the smoke and dust. The boys walked gingerly across the blackened earth. Gingerly means like carefully. Probably maybe tiptoeing. "You're right," said Jamie. "It is hot. Look at poor Wana. He could use some shoes." Their little dino friend was hopping from side to side, trying not to burn his feet. "Look," Tom said as they came near to the site of the strike. "There are little fires all around us." Small plants were crackling, sending sparks into the air. A spark landed on a dry brush nearby, and it burst into flames. Wana skidded off in alarm. "It's okay, Wana," said Tom. "Stick with us and you'll be fine." "The fires probably have scarred off the raptor," Jamie guessed. "Good thing for us, because we don't have any bacon to distract it," Tom said. The air was becoming very dusty. "We should have reached the geysers by now," said Jamie. "But why can't we hear the water spouting?" Picture? Cautiously, the boys stepped forward and saw a huge, gaping hole. "This is where the geysers should be," Tom said. They peered over the rim of the pit, and Jamie's feet dislodged stones, which tumbled into the bottomless dark. They could hear hissing and rumbling deep underground. "It's like being on the edge of a cliff," gasped Tom. "The ground's just vanished." "The meteorite destroyed the geysers?" said Jamie in amazement. "That's some power," said Tom. "It must have smashed through the underground caverns, where the water heats up. Now the geysers can't spout anymore." There they are looking. There's the hole. "The hole looks as wide as a football field," said Jamie. "And who knows how deep." Gongshoo! Juana was sniffing at the edge, sneezing as the steam went up his nose, and the ground beneath his feet began to crumble. Earth spilled down into the darkness. "Get back, Juana!" cried Tom in alarm. "It's not safe." But it was too late. With a horrible crack, the edge gave way. Juana didn't even have time to grunk before he disappeared into the deep, cavernous hole. "Juana!" yelled Tom. That is all of Chapter 3. Chapter 4 is coming at you tomorrow, Wednesday. I hope you're doing good. Let's see. Yesterday, I pressure washed my house and my deck and my pergola. A pressure washer is just basically like it's a hose with an engine that makes the water go out really hard and really fast. So it's really good for cleaning things. I went on a big bike ride with my son. We didn't ride from our house. I packed the bikes in our truck, and we drove up to 7 Mile area up north and rode around some trails. Did some mountain biking, like off-roading, actual mountain biking, not on pavement. So that was fun. Yeah, I think we're going to do more of that today. I'm going to try to get my wife to go with us, which will be fun. There'll be the three of us. And I'm trying to get my daughter, Emily, to get more excited about bike riding. She's never been interested in riding a bike. She's 8 now. It's not her thing. I try to get her to ride. I took the training wheels off her bike the other day, took her to a parking lot, and she was really nervous. She's super nervous, and she just could not get her balance. So I think I got to put the training wheels back on. But it's interesting because my son, he was maybe 6 when I maybe 6 or 7 when I took off his training wheels. But he was just all about it. And my stepdaughters, they're in high school now, they both, the same thing. They were riding their bikes by 5 or 6. Their training wheels were coming off. So it's interesting. It's not her thing, but maybe she'll come around. I don't know. Do you ride your bike? Do you have a bike? If you do, riding's fun. See if you can. See if you can go with your parents. See if you can go somewhere. See if you can go with your brother or your sister. Yeah. Let's see. What else do I know? It's Tuesday. I have a meeting coming up in Zoom with other teachers. So I'm going to find out more about what's going on for the rest of the school year. And all sorts of questions will be asked and answered. And I'll see every teacher at Brown, which is kind of neat. Similar to the Zoom meeting we had, except for grown-ups. So, yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.